You've been waiting for all night. How many know that God is able to do exceedingly abundantly above? You can ask something according to the power that worketh in us.
Hallelujah. How many believe it tonight? Somebody turn to your Just what he said he would do. He's gonna fulfill every promise to you. Don't give up on God, but he won't give up on you. He's able. That's what he said he would do. He's gonna fulfill every promise to you. Don't give up on God. Don't give up on God. He won't give up on you.
If you know he's able tonight, give him
Blessed children, come out here. Stand up, stand up, stand up. Stand up. Put that up. Come on, children. There you go. Blessed Elohim, in the universe, sanctified by command. Cause right laws in our hearts and our minds. Elohim spake all these words, saying, I am Yah, thy Elohim, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. Thou shalt have no other Elohim before me. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the waters under the earth. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them. For I, Yah, thy Elohim, am a jealous El, visiting the iniquities of the fathers upon the children, unto the third and fourth generation of them that hate me, and showing mercy unto thousands of them that love me and keep my commandments. Thou shalt not take the name of Yah, thy Elohim, in vain. For Yah will not hold him guiltless that taketh his name in vain. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. 6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work. But the seventh day is the Sabbath of Yah, thy Elohim. In it thou shalt not do any work, thou, nor thy son, nor thy daughter, thy manservant, nor thy maidservant, nor thy cow, nor thy stranger that is within thy gates. For in 6 days Yah made heaven and earth, the sea, and all that in them is, and rested the seventh day. Wherefore Yah blessed the Sabbath day and hallowed it. Honor thy father and thy mother, that thy days may be long upon the land which Yah thy Elohim giveth thee. Thou shalt not murder. Thou shalt not commit adultery. Thou shalt not steal. Thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's house. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife, nor his manservant, nor his maidservant, nor his ox, nor his donkey, nor anything that is thy neighbor. Hallelujah. Have a back here, no back. Oh, wait. And left that. It's not a game. All right? Let's get tape. Get up here. Get it together. Let's go. Come on. One more time. Come on. There you go. Musakanu, sing to it. Kasakanu, 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 Come on. Let me sing back. Messiah, sing back. King, Belfanu, Belfanu, Yahweh, Yahweh, He prays, Yahweh, 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 He prays, Yahweh. Way to go, sis. Way to go, man. Good job. What chapter was this? It's chapter 8? Chapter 8?
No, 9.
Sir? Good job, man. Good job. Yeah, what?
Matthew 9. God. Hey, Matthew 9. Matthew. Wow. Matthew 9. And entering into a boat, he passed over and came to his own city. And see, they will bring him a paralyzed man lying on a bed. And Yahushua, seeing their belief, said to the paralyzed man, take courage, son, your sins have been forgiven. And see, some of the scribes said to themselves, this one blasphemies. And Yahushua, knowing the thought, said, why do they wickedness is in your hearts? For which is easier, to say your sins have been forgiven, or to say arise and walk? And in order for you to know that the bed of Adam possesses authority on earth to forgive sins. And he then said to the paralyzed man, rise up, take your bed, and go to your house. And he rose and went to his house. And when the crowd saw it, they marveled and praised Elohim, who had given such authority to men. And as Yahushua passed on there, he saw a man named Matthew sitting at the tax office. They said to him, follow me. And he rose and followed him. He came to me as Yahushua sat at the table in the house. They see many tax collectors and sinners came and sat down with them and his disciples. So when the Pharisees saw it, they said to the disciples, why does your teacher eat with tax collectors and sinners? Yahushua, hearing this, said to them, those who are strong have no need for scientists. Position. For those who are sick. But go learn what this means. I desire compassion, not offering. I did not come to call for the righteous to repentance of sinners. And the disciples of Johann came to him and said, why do we and the Pharisees fast often, but your disciples do not fast? Yahushua said to him, are the friends of the bridegroom able to mourn as long as the bridegroom is with them? But the days shall come when the bridegroom was taken away, and from them, and they shall fast. And no one put a piece of unshirted gold and old garments where they patched holes from the garment and tear made it worse. Neither do them put new wine into old wineskins, unless the wineskins are burst and the wine is spilled, and the wineskins are ruined. But they put wine in fresh wineskins, and both are preserved. While he was saying all this to them, a ruler came out after him, saying, my daughter is dead right now, but come lay your hand on her, and she shall live. And Joshua rose and followed him, his disciples too. And see, a woman who came a flow, 12 blood of 12 years behind, came from behind and touched the bottom of his garment. When she said to herself, only I touch his garment, I shall be healed. When Joshua turned and he saw her, he said, take courage, daughter, your belief has healed you. And the woman was healed from that hour. Now Joshua went to the ruler's house, saw flute players and the crowd making a noise. He said to them, go back, for the girl is not dead, but sleeping. And they laughed at him. When the crowd was put outside, he went and took her by the hand and rose. And this report went out to all the land. And as Yahushua passed on from the two blind men called him, crying out, saying, Man of Galilee, have compassion on us. When he came to the house, the blind man came to him, and Yahushua said to them, do you believe I am able to do this? And they said to him, yes, Adonai. And he touched their eyes, saying, let according to your belief, let it be so, let it be to you. And their eyes were opened, and which was strictly ordered them, saying, see, but no longer know. When they went out, they made him know in all that land. As they were going out to see, they brought him a man and demon possessed. But the demon cast out, no one spoke. The crowd marveled, saying, it was never like this in Israel. The Pharisees said he cast out demons by the ruler of demons. And Joshua went about in all the cities, teaching the congregations and proclaiming the good news of the reign and healing every disease and every holy weakness and having among them. And having seen the crowds, he was moved by the compassion of them, for they scattered, they were worried, for they were weary, scattered as sheep with no shepherd. Then he said to his disciples, the harvest truly is great, but the workers are few. Pray that the Adon of the harvest will send his workers to his harvest. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. While I have a chance, I'll be my testify. While I have a chance, I'll be my testify. While I have a chance, 'cause I may not have a chance anymore.
I just want to thank you for all your inputs, and I just want to do the same thing I read in the from
Yes, sir.
No, but he was withdrawing himself to the lonely places and praying. On a certain day, it came to be as he was teaching, and they were Pharisees and teachers of the Torah, sitting by who had come out of every village of the Galilee, Yehuda, and Yerushalayim. The power of Yehuda was present to them. And see, a man brought on a bed a man who was paralyzed, and they were seeking to bring him and lay him for him. But having no way to bring him in because of the crowd, he went up top and let him down the bed out into the mist before he pushed him up. Verse 20. And having seen their belief, he said to him, man, your sins are forgiven to you. And the scribes and Pharisees began to reason, saying, who is this these blasphemies? Who is able to give sins exception and leave him alone? Yeshua knowing their thoughts, answering, said to them, why do we say in your hearts, which is easier, to say your sins are forgiven you, or to say rise up and walk? But in order to glory to know that the men of Adam possess authority on earth to forgive sins, he said to the man who was paralyzed, I say to you, rise up, take your bed, and go to your house. And once he had risen for them, he took what he had been lying on and went to his house, praising Elohim. And the astonishment seized them all, and they praised before and were filled with fear, saying, we have seen extraordinary matters today. And I just thank God for the usual healing so much and healing us all are sick. And thank God for only the first holiday.
Hallelujah.
I just want to testify about everything that God gave us and all the things that He has done for us and all the things and glory He has gave us. And my uncle and song. We are be there for us. We are your disciples. So in our body, no, we are smart. We have power in the hallelujah.
I believe I testify. While I have a chance, I believe I testify. While I have a chance, I believe I testify. While I have a chance, I may not have a chance anymore. Trust them. Conversation. Thank God. You know, I thank God that I feel so connected to events, people, and environments. I just always feel connected. And so over the this entire year, pretty much, I spent 9 hours, roughly 7 hours a week, you know, with a gentleman, with Frank, and we had a clip with Frank also. And so I want to sing a song dedicated to my time on earth. I don't know where the road is going to lead.
But all I know is where we've been and what we've been through. And if we get to see forever, but forever gone away, it's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday. I don't know where the road is going to lead me, but all I know is where I've been and what we've been through. And if we get to see tomorrow, I hope it will all the way. It's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday. It's so difficult. I'm gonna be testify. What I returned.
I'm ready. I'm ready to all the many blessings that are going. Me and my family, and just looking forward to see the days are getting shorter now, and see the school is ahead, so no kids from home, money goes from all. So anyone saying that it's still something very yet to come. So there's a call when we can look at those things and see how we prepare ourselves to receive what you really want to. This ain't young, I'm having a beautiful family. It's absolutely wonderful. All that's what I need is let's freedom fill the room. Hallelujah. All Sundays 2024. And so we're going to start off with council room and voting office. We're going to go from there. So the second one, I'll make voting office. We're going to point to all things in the ring. Hallelujah. I believe that's the what I have to say.
Shalom. I want to touch back on what Paul was saying. I'm thankful for this fall festival this year. So far, it's and I'm even more thankful for our theme this year. I was working on the banner last night, and actually for the last couple of days, I've been listening to some of our old sermons or the old messages from Pastor Turner. And the last message that Andy gave was actually on freedom. He started off about if y'all felt free. I have to see the song, something was freedom. But anyway, and so it just had me thinking about how free I feel right now, going into these fall festivals. Free to be able to worship God in a way that we knew all the time how we should have been doing. I mean, serving and thank you for this fall festival and the feeling of freedom. Also been doing some research on the number 12, our names in 12 praises, and I didn't realize how important of a number it was in scripture. It's associated with governmental protection. It's one of the 4 perfect numbers. It's 3, 7, 10, 12. I didn't know that. They were rushing the head there. I guess everybody else did. So I'm just thankful for this fall festival and 12 praises moving forward.
God testify While I have a chance,
I'm thankful today that people guys don't and I went to all of it, but the end of it was just to have an understanding and a piece of I think we all hear about this, the piece of being okay where you are and that being because sometimes I do complain when she's in class. I'm like, and I can't be but I want to. However, I have to understand that this is a new journey for her, and I'm just ancillary based. And so, even in doing that, sometimes it's hard. Like having me set up, having her set up. Then third is right there on his table. And see, and it's a lot of chaos that I didn't really know was in my life. However, like you said, it's peaceful knowing that I can lay eyes on my children whenever I want to. It's peaceful not having to think about where they're going or who's going to be there. Other people that they're around, just like touching on them, are they being loved, things like that. So I'm grateful in knowing that I've been living a life with a sacrifice of praise.
I'll testify. While I have a chance, oh no. Cause I'm living in heaven.
Thank y'all for just, yeah, that's it.
Cheer class. I got to figure out how many I got to get there. And she did what?
That's the next level of cheer?
Wait. You just showed up in the class and said, y'all from the side, they want to know. So I'm not sure if she said it.
What did she say?
Before you get the flip, and she.
What did she tell you? What did she do?
So yes, hallelujah.
So like, yeah, good job, man.
And I thank y'all for all the testimonies and for this week, as Paige said, it's another week, building school and everything to prepare for the fall festivals and definitely thank y'all for today's event. That is a reminder, a sign of how far we've come this year as well, but also individually how we continue to grow. So I thank y'all for that. I have a different song, but it's the only song that I can play right now. So,
You lost it. Take another one.
share is a sound Something that changes everything. I'm free. No fear's holding me. Nothing can stop my praise. Oh, you get to freedom. Jesus has me free. That's my friend. Yeah, yeah. Oh, see me out today. Freedom is forever. Let's free. Word at the time we listen.
I can't. Okay.
I can't stop it back.
He brought me through tribulations. Now that they go by, I realize that I've been the Lord on my side. It's so long without me. He heard my cry, and I said, hey, now that they go by, I realize that I'm blessed. me. Be tonight. So, your blessing, highly favored. Your blessing, highly favored.
Thank you, sir. I'm going to take you about the saying, hey, it was not. I let them know they actually would come by Monday. And it was and I said, well, I don't know, but we got trumpets. So I said everybody off. I said we got trumpets Tuesday. Get with Steve on the deets, of course. And of course they laugh because they're doing pretty well. So thank you, Steve. Yeah, while they're doing that, I'm just gonna read Deuteronomy 28, 15 through 68. It's a little bit of a stretch, but I think it's kind of important. You said on me? 28, 15 through 8. 15 through 68. Sorry. 15. But it shall come about if you do not obey Yah your Elohim to observe, to do all his commandments and statutes, which I charge you today, that I will curse, that the curses will come upon you and overtake you. Cursed shall you be in the city, and cursed shall you be in the country. Cursed shall you be your baskets and your kneading bowl. Cursed shall be your offspring of your body, and the produce of your ground, the increase of your herd, and the young of your flock. 19. Cursed shall be you when you come in, and cursed shall you be you when you go out. Yah will send upon you curses, confusion, and rebuke, and all you undertake to do until you are destroyed, until you perish quickly on the account of the evil of your deeds, because you have forsaken me. Yah will make the pestilence cling to you until he has consumed you from the land which you are entering to possess. Yah will smite you with consumption and with fever and inflammation and with fiery heat and the sword, with blights and with mildew. They will pursue you until you perish. The heaven, Shamayim, which is over your head, shall become bronze, and the earth, which is beneath your feet, will be iron. Yah will make the rain of your land powder and dust from heaven, and it shall come down until you are destroyed. Yah shall cause you to be defeated before your enemies. You will go out one way against them, but you will flee 7 ways before them. And you will be an example of terror to all the kingdoms of the earth. Your carcasses will be food to all the birds of the sky and the beasts of the earth, and there will be no frighting them away. 27. Yah will smite you with the boils of Mitzrayim, Egypt, and with tumors, and with scab, and with itch, from which you cannot be healed. Yah will smite you with madness, with blindness, and with bewilderment of heart. And you will grope at noon as the blind man gropes in darkness, and you will not prosper in your ways, but you shall only be oppressed and robbed continually, with none to save you. You shall betroth a wife, but another man will violate her. You shall build a house, but you will not live in it. You shall plant a vineyard, but you will not eat its fruit. Your ox shall be slaughtered before your eyes, but you will not eat of it. Your donkey shall be torn away from you, and you will not be restored to you. Your sheep shall be given to your enemies, and you will have none to save you. Your sons and your daughters shall be given to another people, while your eyes look and yearn for them continually, but there will be nothing you can do. A people whom you do not know shall eat up the produce of your ground and all of your labors, and you will never be anything but oppressed and crushed continually. You shall be driven mad by the sight of what you see. Yah will strike you on the knees and on the legs with sore boils, from which you cannot be healed, from the sole of your foot to the crown of your head. Yah will bring you and your king, whom you set over you, to a nation which neither you nor your fathers have known, and they shall serve other gods, wood and stone. You shall become a horror, a proverb, and a taunt among all the people where Yah shall drive you. You shall bring out much seed to the field, but you will gather it in little, for the locusts will consume it. You shall plant and cultivate vineyards, but you will not drink of the wine nor gather the grapes, for the worm will devour them. You shall have olive trees throughout your territory, but you will not anoint yourself with the oil, for your olives will drop off. You shall have sons and daughters, but they will not be yours, for they will go into captivity. The crooked shall possess all the trees and the produce of your ground. The alien who is among you shall rise above you higher and higher, but you will go down lower and lower. He shall lend to you, but you will not lend to him. He shall be the head, and you will be the tail. So all the curses shall come on you and pursue you and overtake you until you are destroyed, because you will not obey Yahuwah your Elohim by keeping his commandments, his statutes, which he had commanded you. They shall become a sign and a wonder on you for your descendants forever. Because you did not serve Yahuwah your Elohim with joy and glad in your heart for the abundance of all things, therefore you shall serve your enemies, whom Yahuwah will send against you, in hunger and thirst and nakedness and in the lack of all things. And he will put an iron yoke around your neck until he has destroyed you. Yah will bring a nation against you from afar, from the end of the earth, as the eagle swoops down a nation whose language you shall not understand. A nation of fierce countenance who will have no respect for the old, nor favor to the young. Moreover, it shall eat the offspring of your herd and the produce of your ground until you are destroyed, who also leaves you no grain, new wine, or oil, nor the increase of your herd, or the young of your flock, until they have caused you to perish. It shall besiege you and all your towns until your high and fortified walls in which you entrusted come down throughout your land, and it shall besiege you in all the towns throughout your land which Yah your Elohim has given you. 53. Then you shall eat the offspring of your own body, the flesh of your own sons and your daughters whom Yah your Elohim has given you. During the siege and the distress by which your enemy will oppress on you. The man who is refined and very delicate among you shall be hostile toward his brother and toward the wife he cherishes and toward the rest of the children who remain, so that he will not give even one of them any of the flesh of his children which he will eat, since he has nothing else left. During the siege and during the distress by your enemy will oppress you and all your towns. The refined and delicate woman among you would not venture to set the sole of her foot on the ground for delicateness and refinement, but shall be hostile toward the husband she cherishes, and toward her son and daughter, and toward her afterbirth, which issues from between her legs, and toward her children whom she bears, for she will eat them secretly for lack of anything else during the siege and distress by which your enemies will oppress in your towns. 58. If you are not careful to observe the words of the law which are written in this book, to fear this honored and awesome name, Yahuwah your Eloheinu, then Yahuwah will bring extraordinary plagues on you and your descendants, even severe and lasting plagues in miserable and chronic sickness. He will bring back on you all the diseases of Egypt, Mitzrayim, which you were afraid, and they will cling to you. Also every sickness and every plague which not written in the book of the law, Yahuwah will bring on you until you are destroyed. Then you shall be left few in number, whereas you were as numerous as the stars of the heaven, because you did not obey Yahuwah Elohim. It shall come about that as Yahuwah delighted over you to prosper and multiply you, so Yahuwah will also delight over you and make you perish and destroy you. And you will be torn from the land where you are entering to possess it. Moreover, Yahuwah will scatter you among all the peoples from one end of the earth to the other, and there shall you serve other gods, wood and stone, which you and your fathers have not. Among those nations you shall find no rest, and there will be no resting place for the sole of your foot, but there Yahuwah will give you a trembling heart, failing of eyes, and despair of the soul. So your life will hang in doubt before you, and you will be in dread day and night, and shall have no assurance of your life. In the morning you will say, would that it were evening, and in the evening you will say, would that it were morning, because of the dread of your heart which you dread, and for the sight of your eyes you will see. And Yah will bring you back to Mitzrayim in ships, by the way about which I spoke to you. I will never see it again, and there you will offer yourselves for sale to your enemies as male and female slaves, but there no one will buy. Hallelujah. All right, so who are we? Huh? Let's get right into it. Let's get right into it. I think we the mouse. Okay. Thank you. If you saw the text, things that I've always pondered that we've discussed. This brother really puts it together. We're not about to watch. I'm just going to use some of his information. All right. So what do we describe as today? You and I. If we were to go somewhere, what would be black people? All right, black people. Okay, let's start there. We are being told that, but are we a special black people, or are there other black people that's kind of like us? Africans, they got Hispanics, Jamaicans, right? All the African nations. We all black? Okay, all right. All right, so we're all black. And the new one, okay, we call us colored people of color now. That's the new one they say on the news now. People of color. It's not really black anymore, politically. If you all right, yes. If you ask, but that's us. Now let's say we have people friends. Now if we have African friends, if you ask them what are they gonna say African? No, they're not. What they gonna say? I'm from Nigeria. I'm from a certain country, a certain region. No, all right. So if you tell a Japanese friend, oh yeah, I'm introducing my Japanese friend. Hey, this is my Asian friend. What that Japanese lady gonna say? I'm not Asian. I'm Japanese. I'm Korean. If you call her Korean,
Not specifically what
well, not necessarily the tribe, but a lot of people will know their tribe. A lot of people know directly what tribe they come from. But you're not going to describe these people by a continent. That is absolutely not. They will correct you in a heartbeat. They get offended if you describe them by a continent. But even white people. So white people accept if you tell a white person, okay, you white, they'll probably, yes, I'm white, whatever, I'm not. But in secret, they know, they teach their children, we're not white, we Irish, we French, we this and that. They know specifically but where are we from? We're the only people that say that we're just Africans. We're Afro-Americans. We're African people that live in America. Why? That's a great question. Let's see. All right. So this was intentionally done to hide our true heritage and the power that we possess. So let us take a look at the region of Africa, okay, in which we did come from. Little history, okay. So, all right, so let's get into it. First, I want to talk more specifically about the difference between quote unquote black people. All right. Genesis 10. If we can turn there. We're just gonna kind of go. This is the lineage of the nations, because there are two different kinds of Noah's sons that we can consider black, quote unquote. All right, or have pigment, have more carbon in their blood than others. 10. Now these are the records of the generations of Shem, Ham, and Japheth, the sons of Noah, and the sons that were born after the flood. The sons of Japheth were Gomer, Magog, and Maddy, and Juban, and Tubal, and Mishkesh, and Tyrus. The sons of Gomer were Ashkenaz and Rephet and Togmar. The sons of Javan were Elash, Tarshish, Kedim, and Gadani. From these are the coastlands of the nations were separated into their lands, everyone according to his language, according to their families, and to their nation. So you see this map, it's a pretty good situation. Japheth, so these are where Japheth settled in the northern region, Europe, as we will call it today. All right. This is where, of course, we want to do all of our individual research, but that's pretty wide known. Understood that the Japhites went up north. Let's see, the Hamites. The sons of Ham were Cush, Mizraim, Put, and Canaan. The sons of Cush were Seba, Havilah, and Tabitha, and Ramah, and Saptka. And the sons of Ramah were Sheba and Dedan. Now Cush became the father of Nimrod. He became a mighty one, a god on the earth. He was a mighty hunter before Yahuwah. Therefore it was said, like Nimrod, a mighty hunter before Yahuwah. To the beginning of his kingdom was Babel and Erech and Akkad and Calneh and the land of Shinar. From that land he went forth into Assyria and built Nineveh and Kala and Risen between okay. So we go through that during this Mitzrayim. So these are the sons, the green are the sons of Ham. They settled in the South Asian region to Africa, northeast Africa. Okay. Of course, this is like the Middle East area that is coming up here is Europe, Asia. Okay. And then there are the sons of Shem. Of course, those are the seed of the Messiah and the Israelites and all that. Also to Shem, the father, children of Eber, and the older brother of Japheth, children were born. The sons of Shem were Elam and 22. Thank you. The sons of Shem were Elam and Asher and Arpachshad and Lud and Aram. The sons of Aram were Uz, Hul, Gether, and Mash. Arpachshad became the father of Shelah, and Shelah became the father of Eber. 2 sons were born to Eber. The name of one was Peleg, for in the days of the earth they were divided, Peleg. And the brother's name was Joktan. Joktan became the father of Almadad and Sheleph and Haz, Meveth, and Joram. And okay, we get the point. Okay. So Shem settled in the Middle Eastern region. What we know today is the Middle Eastern region, right around up into Asia and area. So we see, so my point I'm trying to get to is the Hamites and the Shemites were both, because the Japhites moved so far north, they were removed from the sun and from the tropical weather. So they lived, in caves, and they did a lot of hunting and all that. So the pigments of their skin became brighter. Okay, so that's where the term the Europeans, the white people, etc. And of course, as Pops mentioned, Ashkenaz way up here, the history is very clear of who the Ashkenazi people are. They don't hide it anymore. Okay, so we are not defined by skin color. That is a racist. Whenever they created the racism in the 1500s, this new system of racism, they divided, to 5 races: the yellow people, the Asians, the red people, the Americans, the black people, the Africans, the white people, the prettiest ones, the Europeans, etc. But that's when they started classifying people by skin color. Before that, there was nobody referred to kinfolk as skin color. Only Japheth, the son of Noah's descendants, moved further north, away from the sun. But both Ham and Shem lived in regions where the sun and life was prevalent. So both Ham and Shem would both be considered black if we identify ourselves by skin color. So, as we just said, so if we ask anybody else, I can't think of another people who specifically only identifies with a continent. And like Truth said, it's not just in America, South America and the Caribbean. They say I'm Afro, whatever country. I'm Afro, whatever this and that. But there's not a specific area. All right, we're gonna look at a specific area. All right. So, you know, so has anybody ever heard of Negro Land? Negro Land. All right, so this is the west coast of Africa, the continent of Africa. Of course, you know Africa, the name comes from whatever Afrikaners. You know, that's not even how people identify. That region was described by another European settler, colonizer. So this is a slave map of, this is a slave map. This is Wikipedia. All these are going to be straight Wikipedia searches. Negro Land map, I'm going to get the date, 1729 in Guinea. All right, so this is the area, let's get straight to it. This is the area which we come from. All right, a lot of historical documentation, even their own maps, try to call us Negroes. So we come from Negro Land. All right, Guinea, this is the slave coast down here. So this is where all the white people had already conquered before the slave trade, and they started to grab. So whenever they say, you know, your own people sold y'all into slavery, that's a lie. Hamites sold us into slavery. Africans, people of the North African region, the sons of Ham, those tribes are who colluded with the Europeans in order to sell us across the, I think it said the queen, the woman king. He refers to that in the movie. They show, right, how the Europeans conspired with the Hamites in order to sell the slaves, but that wasn't our people. That was not our people that did that. All right, so we're just about done here. Foster said. Yes, sir. But let's go before that. Okay, so let's take it back a little further because, so like I said, I would much prefer to put a Negro than anything else, but that's not even a good definition because that's the name the slave master gave us. So this is Negro land. So you see, this is the area right south of the Sahara Desert, all the way to the west, and right above the slave coast or the trading coast. They say traded more than slaves, gold coast, grain, ivory. They say they trade all kind of stuff on this coast. All right, of course, we have the Atlantic Ocean. All right. So who are the so before Negroes, who were we? Well, I mean, of course, no one identified themselves by a continent. Okay, well, we have historical documentation of what they called us. To get straight to it, the Shanghai Empire. Let's go to Wikipedia and let's find out who the Shanghai Empire is.
You said Shanghai?
Shanghai. The Shanghai Empire was a state located in the western part of the Sahel during the 15th and 16th centuries. At its peak, it was the largest African empire in history. The state is known by a historical name derived from the largest ethnic group and ruling people of Shanghai people. Sony Ali, okay, established Gayao. So we want to just keep this. They said this was when we go for a little further back. This was where the original civilization was set up from one of our ancestors. All right. So we want to keep Gayao, use that kind of as a reference point. Okay, whenever we see maps, because you know the territories are going to shift based on the empire, but this was the original Gayao, the original point right on the Niger. You know, he was brilliant, so he started off this migration by water in Africa. I mean, genius. Established the Gayao as the empire's capital. All right, so Gayao is the capital of the Shanghai Empire. Shanghai state had existed in and around Gayao since the 11th century. Other important cities in the kingdom were Timbuktu, where urban centers trade flourished. They were conquered in 1468 respectively by initially Shanghai Empire was ruled by Sony dynasty. We're going to talk briefly about him. But prior to the Shanghai area, who had it? And we're going to move to them. But during the second half of the 13th century, the Gayao that that town right by the Niger, and the surrounding region had grown into an important trading center and attracted the interest of the expanding Mali Empire. Mali Empire conquered Gaal near the end of the 13th century. Gaal remained under Malian command until the late 14th century. As the Mali Empire started disintegrating, the Songhai reasserted control over Gaal. Songhai rulers subsequently took advantage of the weekend. So the point there is the Mali Empire had it before the Songhai. Yes, ma'am. The Negro land. So let's look at the map. So Negro land is here. I wish I had a better map where you can see the whole country. But this is West Africa. This is the Sahara Desert. It's used as a reference point. Right beneath the Sahara Desert, where the Niger River runs through. Right, as we see here, it's the same area. This is the slave coast of Guinea, and this is the Sahara here. So of course, the empires, different empires had different territories. We know that the Gaal is right here. That's our reference point about where we're talking about these people descended from. All right, so there's the Mali Empire. So, like I said, we're going in reverse, we're history in reverse. So we started at the slave trade, then went back to the Songhai, Negro land, and then the Songhai, Mali. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, now to keep the dates, Songhai Empire was no. I completely understand we wouldn't be full of in the prisons if we knew this here. Okay. So it's the 15th and 16th centuries of the Songhai. All right. The Mali Empire, they say it's from 1226 to up until the Songhais came back because I think they're going to see it here. The Songhai people took their land back, or the people who Mali conquered, they came and took the name back, and then they renamed it under Soni Ali. But we're going to see what it was called before. Yes, sir. Soni took over. So the Mali Empire was an empire in West Africa, as we see here. Look at the map first. Similar area. You know that Gaal was in there. It's our reference point. Gaal. And with the states located, I guess Gaal like the capital. That's where all the best stuff is. It's the biggest city. So Songhai Empire was I think it's up. Let me go back here. How's it doing it? Don't laugh. You woke me up this morning. Okay. Watch this name. The empire was founded by this person and became renowned for the wealth of its rulers, especially Mansa Musa, who we know as the richest man in history. Okay, but where did he get his wealth from? Yeah. The people he conquered, their technology, their education, their moral values, Torah, this higher level of order. It wasn't chaos. There was already a system structured in Torah. All of the political system, the judges, the governors. That stuff not European stuff. That stuff was unheard of during these times. Mali was the largest empire in West Africa, widely influencing the culture of the region through the spread of its language, laws, and customs. Yes. The empire began as a small kingdom, at the upper reaches of the Niger River, centering around Manding region. It began to develop during the 11th and 12th centuries as the Ghana Empire, or the Wagdu, declined the trade and epic interests shifted southward. History of Mali was before, it's unclear. And just reading through it, it seems like this is where the large Muslim influence came into that area. All right, but before Mali, dynasty. From the founder of the Zad dynasty, his bloodline. It was very important. The Zhou dynasty, sometimes equated with the rulers of the Gayao Empire, based in towns of Kukia and Gayo on the Niger River, and what is today modern Mali. The rulers of the Songhai Empire through Sunni Ali. So again, when the Zhou dynasty went and took back the territory from Mali, it was led by Sunni Ali. So that's why it's the Songhai Empire. Okay, but he was the son of Zhou Saliba. So you see in this generation how it went from Hebrew names to Muslim names. Okay, who established the Sunni dynasty. The Songhai people are among those who descended from this kingdom at the Zarma people of Niger. And so I want to put it because, I mean, according to their history, this is who we are. As far back as this is who we are, the Zhou people. If we're talking about the Gayao, where they got the slaves from, the Negro land, that whole territory was centered around Gayao, which was founded by the Zhou dynasty. Not comparing interpretations. The legend of Zhou Yemen. Zhou Yemen. Okay, the legend, they say it's a myth. They call it all kind of, all different articles I read, they call it all kinds of stuff. He was so brilliant. The Chronicle reports that the progenitor of the dynasty Zhou Yemen, the Yemenite, also called Ali Yemen, or originally came from the Yemen and settled in the town of Kukia. Local traditions describe El Yemen as a Berber Christian of Yahudim descent. The chronicles state that Zhou Yemen, Zhou Yemen came from the Yemeni Jews. The Yemeni Jews who converted to Christianity and were transported by the Christian kingdom of Exum in the 6th century from Zafar, Yemen, or the Himmerite kingdom, due to the persecution of the Himerites, Jewish converts. Going back. Zhou Yemen and his brother were among the Jews of Bilad el Sudan, and they settled in the town and island of Kukia by the Niger River. The town is believed to have been near the modern village of Bitinia on the eastern bank of the Niger River, north of the Fafa Rapids, south of 134 kilometers southeast of Gayo. Tombstones with Arabic inscriptions dating from the 14th and 15th centuries have been found in the area. Kukia is also mentioned in other important chronicles. The Turkish Zhou Yemen is almost certainly a mythical figure now. All right, but this legend may contain folk memories of the arrival of the Berbers. Okay, so just a little history, so we know we're not black. All right, we're the only people on earth who identify ourselves. That's the only man, my bad. But before that, they had African American. They had African American and up into the civil rights. It seemed like it was from after the civil rights, it became, because before civil rights, it was Negro. Then it was Afro American. Then it was black and cut. Now, okay, Hispanic. Now white. I don't decide to identify. But before we were Negroes, before the slaves, they didn't even let us go back to this map. They certainly don't want us to know what people we come from out of this area. See if I can find a girl. Who? Toby? Thanks. But that is how the Europeans got us to change everything. Change everything we believe, denounce certain things, because we still had our roots to some degree. And then after Negro Land, before Negro Land, we were the Songhai Empire, centered around Gayo. Right, when we go to Africa, that's what we're going. Okay, Gayo. And of course, before Songhai was Mali, and before Mali, it was the Zhou dynasty. Okay, close it out.
When they told me they wanted him to call him by the name
So, Kuta Kinte.
it wasn't so much that they wanted to stop him. They beat him not because he ran, but because they wanted to convince him.
And at the audience.
They wanted to do that is because they wanted to erase any history or any of his of his heritage.
But, and not only him, but all of his people that's watching. Y'all see the results.
A lot of them were indigenous that were born there. He came from, they brought him in from for the ship.
Okay.
They do the maps, but he didn't.
Oh, he was a newbie.
I'm just saying,
we are not black.
I'm just saying.
Absolutely not. Actually, he even said, when you call yourself black, you're calling yourself a loser. Because that means you're telling yourself you don't have any, you don't know who you are. You're lost. You have nothing rooted to connect to hold on to.
But that's also why they read.
They don't want him to know. Because like I said, I went to we did a job, I'm training in the Woodville prison. And I walk in this, we're going to each zone, whatever, half of them are still in these cells, another half are having their free time or whatnot. And I text Janelle, I said, we just finished, and I had a sad face. I was hurt looking at the condition of my brothers. The ones that really look like me, the ones that really have a culture like me, the ones that I can, if an African walk through here right now, yeah, I mean, what's up, but there's no true connection. We move different, we talk different, we think different. But them brothers, it really saddened me going, and we went to every zone. I mean, it was really a sad day. But that wouldn't be possible if we know about the Songhai dynasty, if we know about Sunni Ali, the Zhou dynasty, Zhou El Yemen. Okay, if we knew about those ancestors, that history. Okay. And so I text, I don't know if I remember doing Passover, I text out my poem to all the family members. I did the same thing with this video. Okay. Blew it out there. So Dom responded. And you can tell trying to be an antagonist. My bad. Dreads.